Good morning, happy Vlogmas day 1. I'm not even sure if I'm doing Vlogmas, but we're just gonna press the record button. Right now I am studying for my part 1 of my EMT Practical. So I have an EMT Practical part 1, EMT Practical part 2, and then I have the final on next Monday. So yeah, and there's Ollie. Insert very funny video we just took of Ollie in his box, in his present box. Yeah, it's honestly been really stressful. I thought about just naming this whole Vlogmas series as a depressing Christmas, because when I tell you that it is not like me to not decorate a Christmas tree and have it already decorated. Look, we still have our October or Halloween tree that's up. I mean, this is the technically the Christmas tree, but it has spiders on there. It's okay. Well, Dave bought a Christmas tree yesterday.
I tried to grab this. I'm trying to holly and jolly it up around here.
You know what? I do want to go to maybe tomorrow though. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow we'll go to Mohegan and get this thing I saw. It is $125, so I'm still iffy about it. I don't know. You want to give me $50 for it?
Sure.
Putting Dave on the spot.
You've been rolling me lately. What up?
I've been putting Dave on the spot.
I'll go grab. Okay. Yeah, but I gotta go get. You want me to go get it? I'll go get it.
Okay. Wait. You gotta take a video, because I have a feeling you're gonna get the wrong one.
I'm not gonna get the wrong one. I'll take a video, but
listen. So yesterday he got Starbucks, right? And I literally was like, I will get Starbucks because I have a feeling he has this thing where he doesn't check stuff.
He didn't give me the order.
Here's the thing. People can. I will never. Especially they always beat me at the McDonald's drive-thru when I have my stuff, because I will sit there and I will go through every single. And sure enough, actually, last Thursday when I went through the McDonald's drive-thru, sure enough, I'm checking. I'm like, no apple pie. Then the guy comes out of the window. Oh, I forgot your apple pie. If I didn't check, I would have drove off without no apple pie.
Yeah, no, this lady just chased me down the Dunkin' Donut drive-thru because she said have a good day, so I drove off and I didn't have my food. She chased me down.
You see what I mean? So I specifically was like, he's the worst when it comes to Taco Bell, and then he loves to blame the employees. I'm like, no,
she said have a good day.
Your eyes is the judgment of whether stuff is there.
Is it really that wrong of me to feel that they are doing their jobs correctly? I have faith that they have been trained properly and doing good by the customer, and they fail me in that belief. Yesterday, I went through who didn't even want to bag that stuff yesterday. I went in and they didn't want to bag that stuff yesterday. So I was agitated, irritated.
He's talking about Starbucks.
Huh?
He's talking about Starbucks.
Yeah, I know that was Starbucks yesterday. I had to get out. I didn't go through the drive-thru for that. I went in. They had all the stuff on the counter. They didn't have it in a bag.
Which makes it even worse, because if they're already giving you signs and red flags that they're unorganized AF. And yet you still didn't check the bag.
I didn't know what the order was. You ordered like 7 food things.
And if I didn't know, guess what? Don't we have phones? I'm filming on a phone currently. Yes, and mind you guys, I
already said I was wrong. Okay. You're going to flog me publicly. You want to cane me 6 times?
Anyways, I didn't get to my whole point. My whole point was, I wanted Starbucks yesterday and I was going to get it myself. And he goes, why? And I said, because you're not going to get everything that I ordered.
She did say
that. She did say. I literally said, you're going to screw it up.
And I got mad.
But
then I said, but I didn't say okay. I said, all right. I was going to go do my thing. And then you were like, you're not going to go? I'm like,
So he goes and screws it up. So next time I'll get it.
No, now I will check. Now I will never screw it up again, because I'm never giving you the satisfaction again. I will never be on a video again. Never. I will check it. I have been publicly ostracized. I will check it from now on.
Hold on, Ollie Cam. Ollie!
You're so cute.
Hey, Ollie. Do you want another cat? No.
Answer is no. What? Are you gonna run away?
Yep. Yep.
Not forget. Not forget.
Aw, how cute. If only you were this cute all the time.
If only.
Here, do you want this instead?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right, you gotta save the stuff that I highlighted. That's
What
your
would you rather have, that or that? Oh my God, I'm 42, Blossom. All right, yeah, let's do this. This is much better.
Okay.
I can read that. There we go.
Okay.
And Blossom's preparation for her final take one.
All right, cardiac arrest. So,
You arrive, there's someone in cardiac arrest. What do?
all right, so I'm gonna take my PPE precautions. I'm checking the scene to make sure the scene is safe. Checking for responsiveness. Are you okay? Are you okay? Requesting for additional EMS assistance, and can you also retrieve the AED kit? I'm going to check simultaneously for breathing and a pulse. So I'm going to look to see if it's breathing. The cat's not breathing. And then I'm going to...
The patient is unresponsive, anemic, and pulseless.
Okay, 30 compressions. So technically the heart is up here, but you guys get the drill.
There's 2 cats, just pick a heart.
Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Assistant AMES on some, I can't read that.
Okay, so the assistant comes with the AED.
AED.
I'm going to turn on the AED. I'm going to follow the prompts. Okay. I put the pads on. Clear for analysis. Clear again for shock. And then I'm going to immediately direct the EMT assistants to start compressions again.
Bang!
Okay.
He's alive!
Well, he's dead because he's a mummy.
They're dead!
How would you bring a cat back to life?
How would I bring a cat back to life?
Yeah.
Well, Pet Cemetery had one theory. Find that burial ground and for the minute. I don't know. Electrocute him with the hope. That's it. Just keep shocking him. Hopefully he comes back. How would you?
I don't know.
I was hoping there was a joke there.
No. Not a joke, an actual. I'm studying the BVM part, but I thought I would have the steps down by now after you got out of the shower, and I do not. Man, what time is it?
8:26.
8:26. So I gotta leave here by 12 o'clock because I have a doctor's appointment because I have to get for my nursing program. By the way, I am a nursing student / graduate student. And I have to get my hepatitis B titer shot and a tuberculosis shot. There we go. Yeah. Yep. And I have work tonight. Honestly, 2 days is not enough time for me to work overnights. Like, I work Monday through Friday overnights, and doing this a year, Saturday and Sunday overnights is not enough. I need like another day. So, because I don't even feel like I had a 2 day break.
Right.
And then it's depressing because I know I have 5 days now to look forward to.
You're doing a lot.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy. But
No, you're doing a lot.
why are you vacuuming him?
Oh, this is a cat vac that I bought. So this gets all it's got all the hairs and stuff off the couches and all that. And got different attachments. I just like this thing. Makes my life a little easier. And he likes to let me brush him with it. It has a brush attachment.
He doesn't like it. He was running away.
No, I mean, sometimes he comes over and lets me do it. I have another brush attachment and a nail grinder. I'm like, oh, is that what it is? I try not to suck him. He gets scared when I suck him.
Oh gosh, these couch covers are awful. They're not doing the job.
No, they're taking some wear.
Actually, it's not awful because it's been great. It's just we need new couch covers now.
Yeah, we've had them for like a year.
Yeah, I feel like every year people should get new couch covers.
Oh, 100%.
So yeah, buy them.
We were thinking of changing them seasonally.
So yeah, buy them.
Huh?
So buy them.
Well, I like the leather. So.
You're going to be looking at this, Dave, the BVM, and then the instructions in here, okay?
Gotcha.
You're going to make people dizzy. Okay, so you got to be able to read this too. So what is more...
I can read that. Read along with me, people.
An imaginary person now.
Mr. What's It?
What?
Mr. What's It?
I don't know what that means. What are you talking about?
We just watched the entire 4th season of Stranger Things.
I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
come on,
this.
keep going. Let's go.
Alright,
Something's happened. What do you do?
So I'm doing the BVM bag valve mask. Practical. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm checking to make sure that the scene is safe. Nope. I am taking PPE precautions, and then I'm checking to make sure that the scene is safe. I'm checking for responsiveness. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm requesting additional EMS assistance. I'm going to check for breathing and pulse simultaneously.
The patient is unresponsive. Apneic, has a weak pulse of 60.
All right, so I'm going to open the airway.
The mouth is full of secretions and vomits.
All right, so I'm going to prepare my rigid suction catheter, and I'm going to either turn on or retrieve my rigid suction catheter. And then I'm going to insert my rigid suction catheter inside of the mouth, and then I'm going to suck without suctioning, and then I'm going to suction the mouth and the oropharynx. Okay.
Yep, the mouth and oropharynx is now clear.
Okay, so I'm going to then open the airway, and I'm going to insert an OPA.
No gag reflex is present, and patient accepts the airway.
All right, so then I'm going to grab my BVM, and I'm going to ventilate. So one breath every 5 to 6 seconds. One breath every 5 to 6 seconds. I'm going to recheck the pulse for no more than 10 seconds. And then I'm going to connect the BVM to the oxygen for 15 liters per minute. And then I'm going to ventilate for at least 1 minute. And it's for 5, every breath is 1 breath for every 5 to 6 seconds.
Dang.
Okay.
They're alive. You saved them. Good job.
Cool. Now I have more to do. This is just 2. I have 1 more practical. I have like 4 more of these.
4 more of them.
Yeah.
You got this. You're running a marathon. Right, Ollie? Right, Ollie?
I want to go first because what's happening is that these students will then practice and then it fucks me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they're practicing, all of them. Is it this way or do we do it like, and it messes me, when they ask me all these different questions for like the steps, it messes me up, you know?
Don't let it mess with you. That's why I would like to go first as well.
I just want to go first and get it over with and see y'all next week. Or no, this Thursday. But I want to go first because I don't want to be mixed up with but first we have to do the last practical I had to leave the room because them all getting their steps all mixed up. I was like, I could not be getting my steps mixed up. Like I have a clear head. I know what to say and what to do, but them asking me all these questions, it doesn't help me. So no offense to anybody in my class.
I believe in you.
All right, so my uncle is a piece of work because I'm a twin and I didn't go to Thanksgiving, and I'm glad I didn't go because my sister just recently framed her bachelor's degree. Mind you, she got her bachelor's degree, I think maybe over 10 years now, I think. And, you know, she just framed it. And I just framed my bachelor's degree this year. And she was inspired by me to frame it. Anyway, so she got this nice big frame, fancy frame, right? And she lives with my parents and she placed it in the living room, a nice big frame. So everybody came over to Thanksgiving at our house or my parents' house. And my cousin comes too. My cousin went to UConn, graduated, and he's doing his master's right now. So he walks up to her bachelor's degree frame and her diploma and goes, "It's not UConn." And when my sister told me this, I'm sitting here like, this is exactly what I try to keep a distance because my whole entire family goes, "Oh, you know, Uncle, he's just playing around. He doesn't mean anything." Mind you, the one cousin that showed up for Thanksgiving went to UConn and is like severely praised for it. And that's good because I don't have any, like I want all of my cousins and my families to succeed. But with that being said, you know, we still observe how each and every one of us are being treated, you know? And there was nothing funny about that. And even when I told my mom about it, she's like, "Oh, well, you know how he is." And then if you get too sensitive or if you are upset with what he said, it's because you are too sensitive. And I just thought that was a remark that was uncalled for. Mind you, she just framed it on top of that, you know, happy about it. So, you know, let me know what you think about that because were you being, because I understand people have a sense of humor, but it's like, I felt like he would be saying that also, even if he wasn't joking. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's what he thinks. Like, oh, she went to a shitty school. And they always throw it in our faces that we went to a whatever school that lets anybody in. And it's like, what is the point? What is the point of tearing down other family members? And then for them to roll it back and be like, well, it was a joke. It was a joke. No, it's not a joke. You're a joke. How about that? You know what I mean? Like, this is why I didn't even go, but the reason why I'm offended, because we went to the same school. You know what I mean? So you're saying that to me too, like, it's not UConn. Like, who says that? Who shows up at someone's home and says, it looks like their diploma and goes, well, it's not UConn. Who the f does that? Jeez. Normally I would be carrying my Coach bag. Oops. My Coach bag, but today we're carrying her because I'm also going to bring this bag to work with me. So this is my Coach bag. Hold on. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. I had to have this bag. I actually did a what's in my bag. This is the Coach and this is the 48 one. Ooh. Chef's kiss. This is the best, one of my favorite bags. school bags. So I cannot wait to wear this also next semester. But yeah, this is where all the stuff goes. But I'm gonna bring my small bag just because I'm gonna bring that inside to work with me for tonight. So all right, it is December 1st. Rent is paid. That always feels good, right? To know we have a roof over our heads. I'm gonna study this more as I drive, so I'm just gonna write out some stuff and kind of study that and do active recall. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, but it's almost 12. My doctor's appointment is an hour away, but it's not until 2:30. But I figured if I could be there an hour early, I can sit in the car and study more. But I ended up calling my godmother to ask her opinion about my uncle. And sorry, that's bothering me too. And the ceiling. But she was like, no, I know your uncle well, so I know he was just joking. And she was like, well, didn't he go to UConn? I was like, I have no idea. Neither do I care at this point. But to me, I feel like, and I know my mom's whole thing is, well, if you're offended, then there's a reason why you're offended. And I'm like, no, like, dude went out of his way to make a rude joke. Like, I wasn't offended. You know what I mean? Until the one cousin that showed up went to UConn. I don't know. It's just, to me, I feel like that's kind of going out of your way to make a mean joke. So sometimes it's just mean. But anyways, all right, so I'm going to write this and get Duncan.
Good morning, what can I have for you?
Hi, can I get a medium hot coffee with 4 creams and 4 sugars?
A medium hot, 4 creams, 4 sugar.
Yep,
Anything else?
that's it.
Go forward.
Weirdly enough, I'm at my parents' house because I had to go pee. It is, I don't know, it's 1:45. My doctor's appointment is not till 2:30. They want me to be there by 2:15. And I was like, I have to go pee, and my doctor's appointment is 5 minutes away from here. Yeah, it's down the street, so it's only 5 minutes because there's a lot of stoplights, but I have to go pee. So I was like, let me come here.
Before he called you, and he said,
At my doctor's appointment. High blood pressure, but we have a final, or at least part of our final tonight. So I told her, I was like, and these blood results are supposed to be due today. So that's why we're stressing. That's why we have a high, pulse rate and all that jazz. But I'm still alive. I'm talking to you. My O2 is 98, 99 thriving. So, we're going to live to see another day. I just want this to be done so I can go back on the road and study. Does anyone do this? Like, I was just talking about this at work, where we cross our legs when they're taking our blood pressure, and they have to tell us to uncross it. And I'm like, why do I do that when I know I need to uncross my legs? I'm like, why do I do that? I'm stressed about this final, I think. I said it out loud. We're stressed. It will be okay. This is the first part of the final. This is supposed to be the easiest part too, but studying, my next studies is anaphylactic shock. So I just know the treatment for that as EMT is oxygen and their EpiPen if they haven't already used it, and rapid transport to the hospital. Pretty much. We just have to get there with the steps and not miss any steps in between. Check the airway, because the airway is shutting, but she's able to talk to me, so the airway is open. But she said that she feels like it's about to be closed. Like, if there's a whole thing that I'm studying. So anyways, it's gonna be okay. All right, so it is 5:20. I just arrived at school. I'm still nervous. I just saw the message. Our professor wrote that we're going to start with these practicals that I've been studying, and then he said we're going to start with these first, and then he will give us time to practice on like CPR and BVM. And I'm sitting here like, so are we going to do, I don't know how that works. Like, is he just going to test us all first on this? I don't know. He was like, we're going to start. I think so, because the email that I read stated that he was going to test us on the patient care medical, which could be either respiratory, cardiac, stroke, anaphylaxis, shock, and hypoglycemia. Yeah. So it could either be one of those situations. My question is, though, with respiratory, like, I know at a certain point when someone is just like, I can't breathe, you gotta put oxygen on them. But I guess I'm kind of just like, when do I do that? Because it doesn't state it here. And the problem is like, in real life, I thought that was my professor. He drives a Jeep. He doesn't drive a Toyota. And I only know this because we parked right next to each other. But, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. In real life, I would do respiratory, but in real life, respiratory, I'm immediately gonna be putting oxygen on you right away, and then I'll ask all these questions. But here it doesn't state that, and I'm like, do I have to go by the rules, of the practical? Because my whole entire time doing EMT ride time, every single thing was, okay, this is what you have to do on the test, but this is what we really do. This is what you have to do on the test, but this is what we really do. So, I don't fucking know. But, oh, God, be with me. Okay. All right, I'm going to go study. All right, so for the patient care medical part, we are able to bring a notepad with us, but I'm just going to go through this. Feel free to don't watch. I don't know, but I'm just going to record of how I'm studying, just because this is how we studying. This is what we doing. We in the car. I don't want students to bother me right now. Like, oh my God, do you know this? Oh my God, what this step is for this? What is it? I just don't have time for that right now. I'm doing respiratory, okay? So, you have been dispatched for a 30-year-old male complaining of trouble breathing. You have an EMT partner that will carry out any instructions that you give. Clinical information not obtained by verbal response or physical assessment, such as blood pressure, should be obtained as you would normally in the field. Got it. Okay. So what that states is that even though the vital signs are here, once I get to that point in the vital signs, I can state it. Okay. So this is respiratory scenario for patient care medical. All right, so I'm going to take PPE precautions. I'm going to determine if the scene is safe. Scene is safe. I'm going to determine the nature of illness. We have a 30-year-old male who's complaining of trouble breathing. I'm going to determine the number of patients. There's one patient, and I am going to call for additional EMS assistance because this man is having trouble breathing. I'm also going to consider the stabilization of the spine. The stabilization of the spine looks fine. My verbal impression of the patient is that he's having trouble breathing. The level of consciousness, responsiveness, he is alert, he is verbal, he's able to express that he's having trouble breathing. He's not complaining of any pain, just complaining of trouble breathing, and he is responsive. So the chief complains that he's having trouble breathing. So our ABC's airway, he is talking, so his airway is open. His breathing, he's having trouble breathing. So right now, because that is his chief complaint, I'm going to give him 15 liters of oxygen per minute. And then his circulation, I'm going to check his pulse. His pulse is at 120 and strong. And I'm going to make sure he has an adequate blood flow by pressing on his skin color. If his skin color doesn't come back within 2 seconds, that means that there could be signs of poor blood flow. After our After this, our ABCs, we're gonna get into, so the priority of the patient is that he is have a hard time breathing. The treatment is that we are administering oxygen 15 liters per minute, and we are going to transport him to the hospital. Now we get into our history. So I'm going to ask the patient, when did this first start? He'll tell me when did this first start? Started to have a tough time breathing 20 minutes ago. Okay, is there anything that you could do that makes it better or worse? Nothing seems to help it. So this person isn't experiencing any pain. Are you experiencing any pain? No, he's not. So I'm not going to ask him to describe his pain. I'm not going to ask him the pain is it radiating anywhere, and I'm not going to ask him like on a scale of 1 to 10 rate your pain. So then the timing, have you been shortness of breath? Does it like happen in episodes, or how long has this been happening? And he's like, it's getting harder to breathe. Okay, so now we get into our allergies. Do you have any allergies? No allergies. Are you taking any medications? I have an albuterol inhaler. I'm just too anxious right now to use it. Okay, would you like to take your inhaler? Yes. Okay. Do you have any past medical illnesses relevant to this? I have asthma. Okay, and then what was your last oral intake? My last oral intake, normal lunch before running. Okay, and then what were the events leading up to this? I was running. Okay. So let's administer your, would you like to take your albuterol? And he said yes. Okay. Can you just state your name and your date of birth? Okay, so right patient, right medication, and you've stated that the medication that you're taking is the albuterol. Okay, right patient, right medication, right dosage. Do you know the dosage that you're supposed to be taking? Okay, and then do you know how you administer this medication? Orally, so right route. Okay, and then right documentation. All right, so the patient's going to take the inhaler, and then I'm going to document the time and that it's albuterol. All right, and so now we get into our secondary assessment, and we're going to take vital signs and do a head-to-toe assessment. The skin is warm. Yeah, respiratory assessment, and then I would do a reassessment to see if any changes have been, if anything has changed. And then when I hand off to the patient, I'm going to state that this is a 30-year-old male who's complaining of trouble breathing. He does have asthma. He stated that he didn't take his albuterol, so he took his albuterol, and he was given oxygen 15 liters. Okay, so that's how I would do respiratory. Okay, y'all? Okay, so maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just took it, or at least part 1 of it. There's 3 parts. I'm probably going to get 3 of my parts done today because he's doing it by alphabetical names, and so he ate me. But I thought I did a good job, but he also didn't say good job. And I'm like listening to him telling other people good job. And like even when people walk up there, he's like, hey, you know, and to me, he's just like nothing. So I don't know. And maybe I'm overthinking it, but he definitely didn't say good job. He just said, okay. And that was it. So I don't know. I don't think I did good because he didn't say, he's telling everybody good job. And what's so annoying, and I promise you, I'm not trying to go here. But what's so annoying is that as I'm listening to everybody doing their practical, in the middle of it, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous because I didn't know if this is here. And he goes, no, you're doing a good job. Just keep going. You know what I mean? And like cheering them all on. And I'm like, but they like are in the middle for practical. And so I'm like, okay, I'm under the assumption that he can't tell me things because he's not supposed to. Not that he did, but I don't know, it just feels like, you know, I'm like overthinking it because he didn't say good job. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling stressed. And then I have work tonight. So fun. So next will be cardiac arrest and BVM for me. So yeah, it's gonna be like a depressing, a depressing vlogmas. I'm just not like, it's like, I like it because this is very therapeutic, but at the same time, I am like depressed. I am depressed, and I'm trying to like get my mind together. Trying. It's been really hard the last couple of weeks, and I can't even say everything because this is online. So, you know, as much as I want who's ever watching this to be like my best friend, it's just, the reality is that what you say can haunt you later. So okay, all right, I'm gonna go back and try to study more. I'm hearing good jobs from everybody and no good jobs from me, so okay. So we have ride time, and this is the email that I sent my professor regarding the ride time. I told him I'm available those dates between the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So here is what he then sent over to whoever is in charge of our ride time, some guy named Chris. So now my ride time is this Wednesday, 6 a.m. to 2. And there's other people on that sheet that has hours that I was available for. And I work overnights. So I'm just very annoyed because this is the last week to do it. And I stated my hours before, and I think he just has no like consideration into, oh, well, maybe she stated those hours because she doesn't want to wake up early. No, I stated those hours because I work overnights. And now it's like, I'm not going to be able to do that ride time. I don't know. And I have 2 more practicals to do. So this is a great December 1st, but so I'm gonna text this girl to see if she can work for me. But I hate asking because, and then I don't want to leave early at work because leaving at 6 in the morning is like crucial because the shift ends. I work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So if I leave at 6 a.m., that is crucial time because all the call lights go off, and it's not fair for my team, the people who I work with, to then have to answer those call lights all be in struggle because, you know what I mean? And it's also unprofessional, and I don't want to be. I've already asked for, because of final week or midterms, which was just like a few weeks ago. I had asked someone to come in for me, and they did. But it's not something that I can practice all the time, so I don't know what I'm gonna do because I only have two patients for ride time. That's it. So I don't know, but I'm not gonna be able to do 6 a.m. to 2. I could do like 8 a.m. to 2, 8 to 9. I can't do 6 a.m. to 2. So, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm gonna fix this. I don't know. This is a hot mess. I don't know, but I can't do that, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I gotta let him know. I was really looking forward to ride time too.
If you bombed it, a couple of you unfortunately did, it is worth this many points total of your total grade for the entire class. So if you, it's 3 points. So if you think of it, if you got say a 40 or say a 50, it means that you got 1.5 points off your total grade.
Okay, so I don't feel as bad because I'm glad that I recorded that speech, but I don't feel as bad now because there's a lot of people who feel the same way that I feel. Oh shoot, I can't even leave because I'm just gonna have to email him. I'm not waiting. So he did alphabetical order, so I was always like the third person, you know, but I'm not waiting until he's done with all the students to tell him I can't do the ride time because I gave him a specific time and I was just stressing out. But honestly, I know, here's what I could tell you, the last 2 practicals that I did, I scored 100, and then he also said good job. So, you know, that feels good, but, yeah, I think it helped me to be so upset because I went into those last 2 practicals like F you know, attitude. Like I just went in and was like just doing it. Like I was just not even stressed anymore because I was so pissed off about my ride time. So that actually helped me in the long run. But I'm just, you know, oh my gosh, this is a first. I never had like, I feel like I had like a mental breakdown a little bit, but I was just like, y'all saw the times, and it was like this the first time that I set my ride time, and I'm like, what part doesn't he get? Did you hear that car? Hopefully nobody runs over me. What part does he not understand that I can't do it? So I'm mad because I don't know. I could reach out to people, but now I feel like it's affecting the way how like affecting my job. Like I don't want, because I feel like how jobs work is that people notice when you start, you know, calling out a lot or saying, hey, I need to leave at this time. And I've already done that. I would say this semester, I've already done that like twice, okay? Or for a week, I came in, I asked for permission and I got it approved to come in, like at 12 a.m. That got approved, okay? But and even though my workers, like the people who I work with, didn't say anything, and they were like, oh, everything's fine, you know, you don't want to keep doing that to people, and then they start complaining, feel me? So, oh my god, I'm glad I filled up my car though earlier for gas, because it is cold. But I don't know, I'm gonna ask this one girl if she wants to work for me Wednesday. So, but it's not my fault, because if I have to screenshot the times that I sent him, I'm gonna have to do that. And he did say if I already work in a medical profession, I don't need 2 ride times, but my first ride time was only 2 people. So I don't know exactly what he wants to do, but I was pissed off. I was very pissed off. And now Thursday is going to be trauma and bleeding control. So I'm going to have to watch a bunch of videos on that. I don't know how to wrap shit. I don't know how to put a simple triangle sling on anyone. I don't know. These are like combat shit. Like, what happened to actual real slings? Oh, I'm telling you, a stroll of emotions just came in today, like a string of them. But you know, this week is crazy because it's finals week, and you know, it's finals week, and it's just, I'm stressed out because I have one, so I'm also in grad school. Did I tell you I'm in grad school? I'm in grad school. I'm in counseling program, and all I can think of, this assessment diagnosis paper, it has to be 5 to 7 pages long, single spaced. What? So yeah, I'm stressed. And then they wonder why my blood pressure is up. My blood pressure is up because of this, and probably because I had steak like 3 times this week. Insert.
This is how Michael Jordan's does Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving steak.
Okay, for the last steak, I don't even think I took a photo of that because I wasn't really, that's supposed to be like the best steak in one of the best restaurants in Hartford County. I beg to differ. I really, truly beg to differ. My taste buds are like Fairfield County. My taste buds, they not. It's funny because the best restaurant, like my number 1 restaurant in Connecticut, is in Hartford County, but Fairfield County is where it's at. So, but I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Happy December 1st. I'm crazy. It wasn't a happy December 1st. It really was not. I'm like low-key need help, need to talk to somebody. I have the insurance, so I need to actually take initiative and use the insurance. That's what get taken out of my check every single paycheck. So I need to utilize the insurance because, and I'm also getting new insurance too, so, well, additional insurance, but I do need to, because I do feel like my mental health has taken a huge toll. Okay, it has taken quite a bit of a toll, but I'm also wondering, will this end in 2 weeks? But there's a lot of other things that are going on that I don't feel comfortable talking about online, just because, like, if we were friends and we were tight, like real tight, and you weren't gonna, and this wasn't online, and then, you know, wouldn't stay online forever and ever and ever. And if I have kids, maybe I don't want my kids to see this forever and ever and ever. I don't want to leave a digital footprint filming. I would say everything. I would just tell you absolutely everything. Okay? But we can chat for some coffee and I'll tell you everything. I mean, the issue is too, and this is gonna sound like a non-problem, but I truly do feel like I just need to get the fuck out of Connecticut, like this New England area. I just need to go, like, I just want to go on vacation. You know, I want to just, I like feel, and I know it sounds very entitled, like, who does she think, like, you know what I mean? Because you have to have money to do that, right? And I'm saying that I do have some coin to do that, and that's what I really want to do. But my job also made a rule, literally the week before Thanksgiving, send out an email stating that we can't take November and December dates off because a lot of people are requesting it off. So, and I had planned to take off 7 days in December because I just needed a mental health week. I just needed something. And anyways, I was ending this vlog. I'm sorry, I'm being very talkative. I'm going through it. I need some lip chap, so I keep licking my lips. I'm so sorry. So this all started to get up again because I said happy Vlogmas Day 1. So yes, happy Vlogmas Day 1. If you are having a bad December, that is okay, because so am I. I'm having a goddamn bad December 1st, okay? So happy December 1st, happy Vlogmas. I find this to be very therapeutic. Thank you for anyone that even watched. Honestly, thank you so much, and I will see you. Hopefully, my mental health isn't there, but hopefully I will see you tomorrow in the next vlog. Bye, guys.